Imagine your deepest fear. Imagine closing your eyes, and every time you do, all you can picture is something so frightening that the thought of having to live with it day in and day out makes you sick to your stomach. Many of you would go insane, right? Or you would lose your mind. The thing is, it's a reality for many, and it's upsetting to think that there are millions of people who live like this on the daily. California alone is home to 2.5 million undocumented immigrants who live in fear on a daily. They live in fear of deportation, being separated from their family and loved ones, and especially getting sent back to a place they tried so hard to escape from. Nonetheless, when the concept of illegal immigration comes to mind, I don't correlate the word illegal with any criminal acts for the simple reason that it shouldn't be a crime to want better for your family, for your kids. It shouldn't be a crime to want a better future, and it definitely should be a crime to try to seek a better life, which is what most of these immigrants come in hopes of finding. What many don't know is the real life struggles that these families endure to continue this dream of theirs for a better life. Be that as it may, there has been many talk concerning undocumented workers and their worth ethics, and their worth ethics in the last few years, most notably seen through Donald Trump's rhetoric against undocumented people. As of late, there has been much argument towards undocumented immigrants and their work status. U.S. citizens are arguing and defending the concept that undocumented immigrants migrate to the U.S. and steal their jobs, which make it harder for them to make a living and receive an income. Ironically, the majority of the jobs that these migrants take part in involve hard labor, long hours, bad working conditions, and to top it off, bad pay. Worst part about it is they can't fight back because technically they're not supposed to be here to begin with. On April 24th of 2014, the Center for Immigration Studies published an article releasing facts regarding the inhumane working conditions in which these migrants were put through. Electronics for Imaging is an up-and-coming computer-related firm that has proven to be successful. They also built their success on the work of 8 undocumented immigrants from India, which they paid $1.21 an hour, equivalent to 74 Indian rupees, which was the pay they received in India. And if it wasn't enough, some workers worked up to 122 hours a week with no overtime. Although the Indian race plays a small population in regards to the immigrant population, this is just one of the many examples that depict the way they live. Not only do immigrants see the U.S. as a country full of potential, but as well as opportunity. Many come for the work, but others come in search of a higher and better education than the one they were offered in their native country. In other words, parents bring their kids so they can take advantage of the free public school system and allow their child to get a good education. Speaking from experience, immigrant parents don't mind working long hours or the hard odd jobs, so long as their children excel in school and take advantage of the sacrifices they made for them. Undocumented students often wonder what to do after high school because they don't receive the same benefits as resident students, which is why only 5 to 10% move on to college. Nonetheless, those that do rely on a program known as DACA, the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, which offers undocumented students the chance to go on and pursue a higher education. Since 2012, this program has been a getaway for many students into becoming an active member of society. In regards to the program itself, on September 5th of 2017, Trump announced the end to DACA and the hold on any new and upcoming applications by terminating this program that undocumented students take advantage of. These students are stripped of the chance to take advantage of this dream that their parents had for them, and despite the income struggles, the struggles for better education, what really takes a toll on these immigrants, although repetitive, is the fear that they live with. Fear of getting sent back to a place they so desperately try to leave, fear of not being able to see their kids succeed in person because they're scared of being deported. Time after time, families have been split apart due to the lack of documents. The process of becoming a citizen in itself isn't a 30-day process. It's a 6-step process that takes years, lawyers, and money and resources people don't have. And that's if you're found eligible to begin with. If not, then you're on a list amongst millions, and once your name gets called on that list, or once they come across your name, eventually you'll get deported back, and it's just a process. The life these immigrants live isn't an easy one, but it's one they find worth it so long as the sacrifices eventually pay off. Many factors and hardships have followed and will continue to follow these families and individuals. Despite them knowing the consequences they will face if caught, it does not stop them from wanting to pursue a better life. These individuals find and seek refuge in our country, and we should provide the services and help them in order to aid them in pursuing their long-term dream of having a good life.
Yay! Bravo.